Hey everybody, it's Brent Harvey with A-Hole Productions, and today is the favorite day of the week for me, Throwback Thursdays, because we get to share things that motivated us and inspired us along the way on our journey. And the things that inspired me when I was just a little boy were Aha, Top Gun, and Thriller. Aha had a song, Take On Me, which was playing on MTV, which was relatively young at the time. And my dad, every time it would come on, my dad and I would watch it. And it was a music video where they took live action and mixed it with animation, which I'd never seen before. I mean, I know at this point in time, I know it'd been done before in some form or fashion. But as a music video, the guy would go in and out of the world of real life and animation. And I would just watch that over and over again, wondering how they did it. It was like a magic trick. And then right after that would always be Thriller. Now the cool thing about Thriller was it was just a very cool music video. But my dad actually, back when they had VHS tapes, some of you don't know what that is anymore, but had VHS tapes, he actually taped a behind the scenes making of. And they showed how they did the makeup where he transforms into a werewolf and how they shot the whole music video. But the werewolf thing was the coolest. And my dad and I would sit down and we'd play it, and we'd watch the music video, then we'd watch behind the scenes, and he'd explain to me how they were doing it, because at the time they didn't, technology wasn't where it was. So what they would do is they'd put some makeup on Michael Jackson, they'd shoot a few frames, and they'd add makeup, they'd shoot a few more frames and keep adding makeup, and then when they played it, he transformed. That had a big impact on me, to see how the story and how the visual effects came together. And then Top Gun was a major influence on me, because Top Gun was the first movie I ever saw in a movie theater. And I remember it vividly. I remember sitting in the movie theater and I kept asking my dad, like, is it nighttime outside? And he kept going, no. Because I thought what these things were on the wall were windows, but they were actually to reflect the sound back. But I just remember with the jets and everything that was happening, I just remember being blown away and thinking, I want to do that. And it was my first experience in the cinema. Now, Thriller and Aha were the big things that influenced me on the small screen. But Top Gun kind of set me on my course, because after that day I could never get that feeling and that excitement and that experience out of my head. So those are the three things that really affected me the earliest in my life that I can remember, and had the biggest impact at the beginning. And I still love every time the music videos come on, Thriller or Take On Me, or Top Gun, which classic at this point, but it's the meaning it has behind it for me, because it was what set me on the course. So that's my Throwback Thursday. As always, at A-Hole Productions, what we try to do is influence others and motivate others in the global artistic community to follow their dreams and do great things in the world. So if you have any thoughts, questions, concerns, comments, please leave them below. Love to hear them. I tell you what, tell me what the first thing that affected you, that put you on your course, that changed your life, that gave you that, maybe it was a play, maybe it's not TV or film, but go ahead and leave that below. I'd love to hear it. And if you feel like sharing this with anybody, please do. In the meantime, we'll see you tomorrow with a different lesson for Friday. And remember, A-Holes stand for awesome. See ya.